Is now the right time to start investing? Hey family, welcome back to my channel. My name is Matt. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a returning family member, thank you. Guys, remember, like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that fun stuff. Remember to follow me on Instagram. The link will be below. Also, we have a gift card to give away on this channel. We'll get to that at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Alright guys, let's jump into the video. Now, I know this is countercultural, but hear me out on this. There is a few different times in life when you should not invest. We're gonna go over them today, and it's pretty cool because I've wanted to make this video for a while. It kind of came to me. I was like, it'd be pretty cool to talk about it because there's some times in your life where you shouldn't invest, and it's countercultural, but I want to go over them today and show you the best path, the best practices, you know? So let's get into it. Now, before we start, we have our disclaimer. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is for educational and entertainment purposes only. We're gonna go over the top 5 situations where you should not invest. Number 1, if you lose your job or your source of income. Now, if this happens in life, which it may happen to you, it may not, or a transition, you do not want to start investing. You want to stop investing. Now, here's why. Well, first of all, you want to pile up cash so you have the necessities that you need to buy food, utilities, pay rent, etc. So, if you lose your job, you do not want to say, oh, I want to invest my money in the stock market. Well, you need money to survive. You're in survival mode. So you want to be able to stack cash, find a new opportunity, find your new job, start your new income source, and then once that gets started, then you can continue investing in the stock market as time goes on. It's okay to stop investing when you lose your job. That is totally fine. That is not a bad thing. It's not a sin. You're not gonna die from that. It's okay to stop it for a few months, 6 months, a year, whatever. Just make sure you start again. That's the most important part. So when you lose your job, definitely stop investing. Take a second, get your cash reserves, make sure you're okay, make sure you have food, you have transportation, you have a roof over your head. Those are more important than investing because you have to survive first before you can be able to invest. That is the number 1 reason when you should not invest. So the second situation when you should not invest is when you have no money in savings. Now, I think this is a big misconception in the finance community. Some people in our society have investments or have a Roth IRA, but have no money in the bank. That does not make sense. You need to have a checking, a savings, an emergency fund cushion before we start investing. So if you do not have any money in the bank and you have money in your mutual funds or your IRA, don't necessarily say, I'm gonna go take that money out and put it in the bank. Just stop investing. Start piling up cash so you have a savings account. Cash is not trash. I'm gonna do a whole video on cash is not trash. Cash is still king no matter what the finance gurus tell you. Trust me. Because when a down market comes, when there's a cheap piece of real estate for sale and you wanna buy it, they're gonna want money. Remember that. When there's an opportunity, when the market crashes, when you lose your job, you're gonna wanna have money in the bank to be able to survive, to buy groceries, to buy gas, to buy utilities, to buy a new shirt, whatever, okay? To pay the water bill, the gas bill, the utilities, the air conditioner. They're gonna want money, right? They're not gonna want investments, they're gonna want money. So, therefore, always have an emergency fund. So, if you do not have an emergency fund before you start investing, that is not good. So if you're saying, I'm investing, but I have no money in the bank, that's not good. You want to have money in your savings account, in your checking account. You want to have a nice, healthy amount, usually 3 to 6 months of expenses before you start investing. You want to have an emergency fund. You want to have a safety net before you start investing. So that's the second situation where you should stop investing, is when you do not have any cash in the bank. The third situation you should stop investing is when a tragedy happens in your life. Now, a couple examples. You go through a divorce, someone passes away, you have an illness, you're going through a type of stressful situation, you're going through depression, you're not feeling well. Something of those types, or maybe you're moving, that's a big situation in life. If you're moving, if someone passed away, if you're going through a divorce or a breakup, if you're going through a traumatic event, you should not invest. Here is why. Now, first of all, you're not in the right mindset to understand financial assets and terms and the stock market to be able to comprehend the best place to put your money. Therefore, you need to stop and take a step back. If you're going through something very hard or challenging that just happened, you do not need to start investing right then. Like I said, if someone close to you passed away, your family member, your friend, an uncle, an aunt, and you're very sad and you're not doing well, that is not the time to invest. If you're moving, maybe probably not the time to invest. You need to get your move underway, get it done, and then when you get to the new place and you get settled down, then okay, let's start investing. You're going through depression, probably not a great time to invest. I would get your mental health right and then you can start investing because it could just affect your mental health majorly if you lose money in the market or you feel sad or you want to take it out, or you could just make not great decisions with your investment strategies at that point. So if you're going through some type of tragedy in life, I would recommend don't invest because you're not ready, you're not mentally stable. Get to a better spot and then you can start investing and learning. That goes into the next situation when you should not invest, is when you do not understand and you have not learned the things you need to learn before you start investing. So if you do not know what an IRA is, if you do not know what a mutual fund is, if you do not know what a single stock is, if you do not know what a bond is, if you do not know what a REIT is, etc., then you need to stop and say to yourself, okay, I need to learn more before I just start putting money in places I do not understand. You need to educate yourself before you start investing because that's how you will lose money. Number 1 rule of investing, never lose money. Number 2 rule of investing, never break rule number 1. If you do not understand, if you're not educated yet and understand investing, do not invest. Wait till you understand, go to a financial person, watch a lot of YouTube videos, find people that invest, talk to somebody who has a little bit of money and ask their opinion, learn on your own, create a financial report for yourself, your assets, your liabilities, etc., and then you can start investing. Before then, I don't recommend invest. Don't invest until you understand because that's how you lose money. Now, the last situation where you should not invest, now this one has an asterisk to it because you can invest in some situations, is when you're in college. So, when you're in college, it is better to focus on paying your tuition, creating a savings account for yourself, investing in yourself. You're investing in yourself in college because you're getting an education to take out into the workplace to create an income and a living and a career and an impact on other people to create a good life for yourself. So you are investing in yourself in college, right? But investing in real estate and the stock market is not the greatest idea because you may not understand it, and also you may not have the time for it, and you may not have the money for it, okay? You have to have the time, the money, and the education to do so. So I would recommend do not invest in college unless you really understand what you're doing and you have a lot of extra money. So let's say your tuition is $10,000. Let's say it's $10,000 a year. And you have $20,000 in the bank. And you need $10,000 a year for the next 2 years to finish debt-free. Well, 10,000 times 2 is 20,000. And then you finish debt-free. Which one's more important? Finishing college debt-free or investing? You want to finish college debt-free because you're going to need that money to pay for tuition. Therefore, sometimes in college you should not. Now, okay, let's give another example. Let's say you have more money. Let's say you have the tuition, plus you have a savings account, plus you have $500 extra to invest, or $1,000. Okay, go ahead. You're not gonna make too much money, or you wanna put $50 a month in your Roth IRA. Go for it. But just make sure you have the money to live, basic necessities, etc. before you start investing because it's a big undertaking. And in college is usually not the best time. College is usually not the best time to invest. Usually you want to focus on not getting into any debt and finishing college debt free and finding a decent job and figure out what you like and what you don't like and invest in yourself. And then once you start your career, get out of college, then you can start investing hardcore. But don't rush into it unless you know what you're doing and unless you have a lot of money, extra money laying around after tuition, after your bills are paid, after you have some money saved. In those type of situations, you stop investing, get yourself right, and then start investing again in the future. Not investing for a year will not kill you. I promise you'll be all right. Most people don't invest for 40 years, and that kills you. 1 year doesn't kill you. 40 years does. Alright guys, there's a $100 Visa gift card giveaway on this channel. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that fun stuff for me guys. I very much appreciate it. I love you guys. I'm grateful. Journey before destination always. Just enjoy it, enjoy every day. I love, I'm falling in love with doing this. It's a lot of fun. I like the process, I like the creative energy. I'm learning a lot. And even if I never become successful at it, well, I gave it my best shot. I just keep going until I become successful or don't, or whatever happens, happens. But I'm excited to keep going, having fun, a lot of cool ideas coming up, a lot of cool videos, vlogs. I want to do a lot of different things in the future, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So yeah. Alright guys, remember, 1,000 family members, we'll have our $100 Visa gift card giveaway. That'll be fun. Excited for that. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Remember to continually work to become the best version of yourself. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace! Usually the best time is focus. Don't get in college, you want to focus on not